bang and the dirty's gone. That is 2-1. How's it going, everyone? My name is Stu and welcome to my Deportivo La Coruña save here on Football Manager 2024. Thank you for joining me in today's video, which is part number 41, where we're going to get Season 6 going with 2 games in La Liga. First one, Rayo Vallecano at home. Second one, away to Mallorca. And if you're excited to see how we get on in both of those games, don't forget to leave a big like on the video for me. Also, don't forget to subscribe as well. It's completely free to do so. You'll put a big smile on this face right here. What's not to love? So, since you were last with us, not a lot's happened. If you have not watched any of the videos before on the channel, welcome to the channel. Hope you have a lovely time while you're here. There's a playlist up there to get you caught up with the save up to now, which again is the start of Season 6, which is nonsense. I won't go through all of the exact transfers and all that kind of stuff because you're already going to be familiar with some of them because, you know, we've obviously, you know, just done the transfer special. You're going to be aware, and I've literally just hit record after finishing that. So, this is the 11 we're going to be taking through to the start of the season. There are elements, in fact, there's one thing I have been meaning to do, which I forgot to do. We're actually going to do a bit of experimentation. Furic and Hlajek are going to swap sides. I'm sure it'll be fine. Just trust me. It'll be fine. But yeah, this is going to be an 11 we're going to be using. It's going to be Karnasecki in goal, Vandenberg, Coley, Herculano and Ilic in defence, Bietic, Navarro and Velosa in the middle with Hlajek and Furic supporting Salvador up front. New player watch. Salvador, the big one, the big boy. He could be sensational if he hits the ground running. If he doesn't hit the ground running, I think it will be fine, but I really want to see how he does. He was great in pre-season, so fingers crossed he can be great now. He's the only one who's starting out of the new boys, other than Bietic, but he was here on loan last season. On the bench, we've got Maximiano, who's new, Ozcan, who's new, Litskas, who's new, Onyeka, who's new, Azon, who's new, Gomez, Ribal, they're both new as well. We are still missing Maria, who's just come back from international duty, as has Martinez. Martinez is a little bit fitter, so he is on the bench just in case. But due to an injury to Trilly, we are starting with Vandenberg in right back. Because what could possibly go wrong with that? So with that, let's get into the game and let's see whether we can get 3 points to start the season off nicely. I hope we can, but we will soon find out. Vallecano, I'm fairly confident in the pre-match amble. I'm sure it said that Vallecano were newly promoted. I don't know for a fact if they were newly promoted, but it wouldn't surprise me. I do feel like they did disappear for a while, so yeah, we'll have a double check of that after the game. But yeah, if they are newly promoted, we should be battering them. Simple as that. Simple as that. Now, I'm going to let you in on a dirty little secret. I've already played this game. This is not like a post-commentary. I played it, realised that my microphone was not recording at the end of it, and decided, you know what, I'm just going to go back and replay it. So this is us playing the game. We actually won that one 2-0. Penalty from Furic and a goal from our new backup striker, Ivan. Is it Ivan, I think? Yeah. But I've wiped that completely because it annoyed me, and I just was like, you know what, I can't be bothered to do post-commentary, let's just get it recorded. Salvador, nice touch to Trilly there. Looks to get it into Salvador, and he hits the post. Close there from Salvador. Hlajek trying to get it back in there, but can't get it done. Lovely little opening from Salvador there. Yes, he hits the post, but still lovely to see him getting involved in some goal mouth action. Yeah, it's completely up front. Normally, I just record post-commentary, but that one, it wasn't even this game. I actually got to the second game and I was just deflated when I got to it. I just thought, what is the point? So I just thought, you know what? Let's just get it redone. We might as well. I've got a save state just before I started the episode. Let's just get it redone. And we've got it redone with a goal for Adam Hlajek. Assisted by Bojan Ilic. 1-0. That'll do plenty to begin with. I had to think about words then. That'll do plenty. No, it won't. I want more than that. But it's a good start. Ilic does really well on the wing here as well. He's actually, bear with me on this one, vice-captain. He's vice-captain because he's got the best leadership and teamwork out of the rest of the team. The captain is still a Coley. I can't remember who it is who should be the best captain. Actually, funnily enough, Salvador is one of those players who would be good at it. A Coley with a bullet header there. Salvador now getting on the ball. Gives it to Ilic, who went for a worldie and it hits the top of the net. Good effort from Ilic there. Ilic having a really, really good game. Hlajek also having a good game on the right-hand side as well. Really good to see. We are battering them, but again, 1-0, you know my feelings on it. It's a dangerous score. 2-0 is the most dangerous score in football. 1-0 is right up there as well. I would like a second, because a second means we can then go and get a third. But we do need to start actually defending. Right, Ilic intercepts there nicely, gets it to Herculano, who we've signed a new contract for Herculano, and the only problem with it is he is now an important player. But it's fine because he has actually become an important player and he will continue to grow. He's an absolute stud. So, you know, I'm glad he started playing well. Touch wood, he continues to. We just need to make sure that he continues his growth and we keep him. Right, ball into Furic. Lovely work here. I'm saying looking for Navarro. Late run from Navarro as a Mazzala, and it is 2-0. We get that second goal. I do feel very happy about that. Again, you know my feelings on a 2-0 though. I'd like a 3-0. It would make me happy. Veloso out to Furic. Furic does really, really well here. Good work from Salvador, kind of taking up the right space. He actually distracts the defenders enough so Navarro can come in and get a third. And we've overtaken the score in the version of this game that was. So I'm actually kind of glad that my microphone stopped. It's not the same issue I had before my microphone. It's just my microphone had as an external mute button. And it's not like a switch, it's like a tap button. And that was on mute and I just forgot to check it because I'm an amateur. And I've just realised as well, I've literally just this second realised that the Furic has scored. Excellent. That the end of the transfer special is also going to be muted. So I've just realised I'm going to have to go and re-record that because, again, I've got the save state to do it. But I'm going to have to go and re-record it. And I'm delighted with that. I can't tell you how happy I am that I've got to go and do that. But at least we're winning 3-0, which is what I wanted. I would like more goals. I'd like Salvador to get on the score sheet. That would make me really, really happy. If the game can make that happen, I'd be delighted. But Furic and Hlajek both getting goals is great. Navarro getting a goal as well with the change position is sensational. And we lead at half-time by 3-0. I'm going to tell the lads to keep it up. I'm going to tell Salvador that he can improve, and I've got faith in him. I'm going to say the same thing to Veloso, who has not had a bad game at all. Herculano, I'm going to tell him to keep going as well. Let's just get into the second half and let's just get it done, shall we? Right. I'm not going to shout at anyone. I'm just going to let it go and we'll just see what happens. Right, they've actually got a highlight in our half, but we get the ball off them quickly. Right, Furic now. Cutting inside, getting to Navarro. Pass from Navarro to Salvador. Salvador looking for options, gets to Furic, into Veloso. Veloso to Herculano. Salvador's got back into position here, waiting to make a run. It's nice to see him actually getting involved in the play. So I think he didn't see Makoko doing an awful lot, which is good to see. And if he did, he stuffed it up. Right, Navarro. Going to go out wide to Vandenberg? No, he goes out wide himself, like a Mazzala should, into Hlajek. Hlajek's down on the edge of the area. That is not going to be a penalty, not in the month of Sundays. That is going to be a free kick. But it is going to get checked anyway by the little man in the referee's ear. Penalty review. It's going to be no penalty with 100% accuracy. Never mind. I know nothing. Penalty. Never been happier to be wrong. Right, Furic stepping up, looking to get a second goal here. I don't know why Chris Furic is our penalty taker. His penalty ability isn't actually that good, all things considered, but he's been relatively consistent for us, so I ain't going to change what's not broken. I'm going to keep it as it is. 4-0. Delighted with that. He's got 2 goals and an assist. We've got a corner as well. He's got a chance for another assist here. Whipping it in, looking for Coley. Cannot find him. Ilic can't get the header either. Bajcetic now looking to supply it in into Vandenberg. Vandenberg to Coley, back to Bajcetic. I think the highlight's probably going to end. It feels like one of those that just ends abruptly. Yeah, there we go. Sola steals it. Gets it into the middle. It might not be ending actually because there might be a chance coming here for Vallecano. I'll be disappointed because I really would like a clean sheet in this game. Right. Carnesecchi recycling the ball into Ilic. Ilic, time to get it to Furic, back to Ilic now. Problem with Furic getting 2 goals is I want to take him off of Boedo. I can't do that while he's on a hat-trick. So it might have to be Hlajek, who's had another good game, who's going to come off. Right, Navarro to Hlajek. Hlajek cutting inside. I mean, a run from Salvador would have been great, but it doesn't matter because Salvador is there and he scores on his debut. 55 minutes in, 5-0, and that might just be the beginning of a beautiful run in this side for Johnny Salvador. Hlajek gets to Furic. Furic, heavy touch. It's passed into Salvador, and Salvador just side foots it calm as you like. 5-0. It's a very good opening. The only thing I changed from that attempt where the microphone was muted was I swapped Furic and Hlajek round. It's the only thing in the squad that I've changed at all. Aren't I glad I did that? Right, Hlojek is now going to come off. I am going to bring Boedo on. We'll move him and Vuric back around to their natural positions. And then, you see, they switch over to wingers. I don't trust Vuric on anything on the right-hand side other than winger, and Boedo really plays better as a winger as well because he's got decent crossing. So I'll leave them as that. I've got no problem with leaving them as that. Fitness-wise, I don't think I'm going to take anyone else off. I'll leave it as that for now. And then we'll make more changes closer to the final 10 minutes. And we'll just see what we can do. In fact, there's a corner there. It's a corner to them, actually, to Vallecano. It's whipped in. Herculano clears it. None of our players getting onto it, but we are now running out. It's whipped in. Vandenberg heads it over to Salvador. And Salvador now looking for Navarro. Can't quite find him. He doesn't have the passing, Salvador. That's the only thing I wish he had a little bit better was his passing ability. But it's not a deal breaker. Obviously, in a situation like that, it's not great, but it's fine. He's not here to pass the ball, but he did give possession away. Right, Herculano, Bejetic, Vandenberg, and now we have a chance to break. Vuric now, over on the right-hand side, loses the ball, actually. A little bit uncharacteristic for him. What a goal, by the way. That is from Sergio Camelo. I'm a little bit annoyed at that, but even I have to admit, that is a stunning goal. Vuric loses the ball here. Heavy touch from him. He's been on a great game, but that move in positions has obviously knocked him a little bit for some reason. It's poor from him. I don't know if Karnasek should be doing a little bit better there, but it is a heck of a goal. Fair play. Absolute fair play. But it is a little bit frustrating. Right, I'm actually going to take off Veloso for Litskas. And I'm going to bring on... Bring on Azon for Salvador. Why not? Salvador's got his first goal. Let's bring on Ivan Azon and let's try and get him another goal. Another goal? A goal. I don't know where another goal came from. Let's try and get him a goal. That feels like it'd be a smart thing. I'm also going to take off Bejetic as well. And we'll save the final substitution for a little bit closer to the end just to waste a bit of time. 5-1 is still a great score. I'm not unhappy. Well, I am unhappy about conceding because I'd love the clean sheet, but you can only be so unhappy about that. That is a sensational performance that we put in today. Right, as highlight coming on, I don't really care. We're going to go for it anyway. Boedo's not had a good game, which is a bit disappointing. I'm going to take Ribal and bring him on for Herculano, who's not had the best of games. It looks like they're attacking at the moment, which is a bit concerning. 5-2, I'd be a little bit annoyed. Crossbar. Right, Curly heads it out. Karnasek on the 6.9, which is fine. Still disappointing that we've conceded. I just don't really want us to concede another one. I'm going to demand more from the boys. They're not going to like that because they're going to be like, we're 5-1 up, boss. And I'm going to be like, yeah, the one is what bothers me. But it is only one, and that is a hammering. That is a hammering. Really good result. Good to see Salvador get an opening goal. I'm really happy with that as a performance overall. I'm also happy that my microphone's now working. Right, bear with me. I'm going to go through the next few games. We're going to get to the Mallorca game. And I'm not going to realise that my microphone's broken. I have to go back and re-record it. Although I need to re-record the opening of the at the end of the transfer special, which is so annoying. Right, give me 2 ticks. I'm going to do that, and then we'll be back for the Mallorca game. And fingers crossed we can make it 2 from 2. And we are back for the game against Mallorca, and this is the 11 we're going to be using to hopefully get our second 3 points out of, well, 2 games. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. But this is the 11 we're going to be trying to use to do that. It's Garnasec in goal, Martinez, Vandenberg, Herculano and Ilic in defence. Bejetic, Stoikas and Veloso in the middle with Hlojek and Vuric supporting Salvador up front. Have got a slight injury to Akoli, which means he will not be captaining today. Right, I'm a bit confused with this. Why Chris Vuric is showing up as captain, I don't know. I didn't set Vuric up to be captain. I'm sure I didn't. I don't know whether the email will still be here. It's not anymore. I did not set up Chris Vuric to be vice captain. So why he's coming up as vice captain, I don't know. It should be Ilic. Ilic is meant to be the vice captain. It's going to be Chris Vuric, which is annoying because he's not meant to be that. But okay. Game's gonna game. I remember setting up Chris Vuric as not being... Well, I remember setting up Ilic as being the captain. It asked me if I wanted to put Vuric as captain. I said no to that. I refused that, and the game has obviously just decided that I'm wrong. So it is what it is. Anyway, other than the injury, the squad is fully fit. Maybe not in a match sense, but in terms of actually being able to play a game of football, they are fit. So let's get into it. Let's see whether we can get another 3 points to get the season off to a perfect start, more or less. fingers crossed we can do that. I'd like to see another goal from Salvador as well. I'd like to see him have a bit more involvement in the game as well, but we'll see what comes of that. We'll see what we can do. Right, throw in to Mallorca first. Mallorca finished, I had a sneaky look, they finished in the top 7 or 8 last season, so they're going to be a formidable opponent. And Salvador is there with a Furic assist, and it is 1-0 within, well, just over 1 minute, which, you know, it's practically a minute. But yeah, that is a great start, and it's exactly what I wanted. Furic is on the left. I want to see a decent performance from him again, and we got a goal from the new main man as well. Furic does a really good job there. Really good job indeed. And Salvador is there just to poach it home. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Really, really happy with that one. 1-0. Let's build on that. Let's get more goals. I'm so confused at why Chris Furic is the vice captain today, but he's just helped out and helped us score, so I'm not going to question it too much. But that is a little bit frustrating. The game has just decided to do its own thing there, but it is what it is. Oh, interception from Hlajek there. Gets it to Furic. Furic to Veloso. Out wide to Ilic. Ilic now pushing forward. Tries to get it to Furic, but he can't quite find him. It's kicked long, but it's a wild kind of clearance. But it has ended up with a player eventually for the Mallorca side. Mallorca now trying to burst forward, playing a 4-4-2 today, which is a bit of an awkward formation actually to play on against on FM, I find. We've managed to defend it relatively well, but they've actually done a really good job at counter defending and just pressing us. And there is a chance and there is a goal, and we need to do better than that, quite frankly. We had an opportunity to get out of that, and we kind of wasted it, and they get us and hit us with the goal. Now, they were in that kind of top 7 or 8, so they aren't going to be a walkover, but I would expect us to beat this team, and it is a bit disappointing to see them score as early as that, especially after we've scored and kind of ideally annoyed them and kind of dampened their spirits, but it is what it is. Right, Furic. Short corner Stoikers, back to Furic, whips it into Herculano. What a set-piece routine that is. And Joe Herculano goes and gets himself a goal, puts us back in the lead. It's 2-1. I'll take that. I'll take that all day long. Lovely stuff. Really well worked routine. Furic to Stoikers. Stoikers overlaps with Furic. Goes back to Furic. Furic gets it to Herculano around the penalty spot, and bang. Bang, and the dirty's gone. That is 2-1. Have that all day long. Again, more of the same, please, boys. More of the same. A third goal will make me happy. Happier. I'm still not happy with the fact that they conceded, but it would make me happier anyway. We have been all over them in this half, Nooks and things. They are coming back into it in this half. I'm just going to demand a bit more from the boys. I want to see them work a bit harder, especially defensively. I don't really like the fact that we're getting highlights here on the edge of our area. They've ended up putting it wide. It's actually a block by Herculano. Good work from him. Again, they are going to be a dangerous team, but I don't know. I think we should be sailing past these guys. Maybe conceding a goal is fine. I'm not really happy with how it was conceded, but we should be sailing past these guys. I don't like this momentum that they've had in the second half. I don't like the fact that we've let them have it. Yes, they're at home. We're a better team. Let's just be completely clear on that. We are a better team than them, and we need to start ideally showing it. And again, it's a highlight for them. We're letting them have momentum here. Karnasechi's had to pull out a save there, and Ilic manages to clear it as far as potentially Furic. No, I think it is half-time. It is indeed. Not a great first half, I've got to be honest. Furic is having a good game, which is fine, but I'm not going to say the rest of the team are playing well because he is. It's not going to happen. Right, well, we're going to go attacking. I want to push them. I want to make sure that they're having to deal with us more than us having to deal with them. And I feel like that's a big part of the problem at the moment. So let's get out there. Let's demand more. Let's go at them. Because I'm a bit frustrated with how that half ended. A bit frustrated with how this half has started looking at the match momentum. Let's get a bit more onto it, shall we? Yes, they're at home. I don't care. We're a better team than them. Let's push on a bit, shall we, boys? Let's just push on a bit. Right, corner to us. Furic. Normal corner. Looking for Salvador. Can't find him. Ilic is on the edge of the area. Can't get it. Stoikers gets it down. Goes for the long shot. Puts it just wide. I don't mind him having a shot from there, to be fair, Stoikers. Not bad. He can score them. It's not very often that they do go in, but every now and then they do. Right, Hlajak's not had the best of games, so I'm going to bring on new boy Ramon Maria, the Brazilian wonder kid. Let's give him a few minutes out and see what he can do. Ilic has actually not had the best of games. He had a couple of good moments at the beginning, but not had the best of times out there. So let's bring those two on. Let's see what they can do. I'm going to fire the boys up. I would like a third just to settle things down a little bit more, because at the moment it looks a bit shaky. Right, Miranda, Maria, Gets it into the box, and Salvador is there. And again, with the quick set piece routine, the quick short set piece routine, it's caught them out again, Mallorca. And this time, Salvador gets a second. It's 3-1. I'd have preferred it without coming from a set piece, but I'll take it. It's gone through everyone, and Salvador's the one who's aware for it. And it is feeling a little bit better now. It's not perfect, but it is feeling a bit better. Right, final couple of changes. Veloso off for Litzkas. And for my final trick, Furic is tired, but he's on a 10. But I am going to take him off for Boedo, and we'll give Boedo a few minutes out there. I think that feels like the sensible thing to do. Let's give the youngster a few more minutes. Ended the season as our first choice left winger. He's probably not going to be anywhere near that this season, but we need to get him minutes where we can. Right, Litzkas. More defensive minded than anything, but it would be nice to see if he can get something going in an attack minded sense. Right, Stoikers now going out wide like a good Mazzala. Looking to cut inside. Goes all the way back to Vandenberg here. Into Maria. Into Litzkas. Litzkas goes for a worldie. And I tell you what, it wasn't a bad bit of play. It wasn't a bad effort at all. Really nice to see. Right, highlights for Mallorca. I will be disappointed if we concede a second here. I really will be. I'd like us to defend this a little bit better, please. Sort of have there. We've cleared it a little bit. Not quite, though. We still have a bit of danger here. Okay, they're going backwards again, but the threat is still available. What a pass that is. I mean, I'm disappointed. It might be disallowed. The flag's up. I think it's disallowed. I feel better about it if it's disallowed. It was a hell of a pass. That was a hell of a pass, but there's an element of disappointment there as well, but I'm pretty sure that's been disallowed. It has indeed. Excellent. Still 3-1 to us. He's away from home. I'm going to kind of calm myself down a little bit and just say, you know, we've done a good job. I'm going to drop a bit of praise on the boys because we deserve it. Let's just keep the ball. Let's just contain. I'm going to go down to positive. Let's just try and control the game a little bit more. Right, Maria cutting inside. Pass out to Boedo. Lovely weight to it. Boedo now looking for Stoikers. Stoikers goes for it. Stoikers is infuriating. He's on shoot less often. He just won't stop shooting. And it's infuriating to me. I mean, I don't know whether he's got an, like, tries long shots or something. I might try and untrain that off of him. Because it's getting annoying now. Because he's doing it so often that we're just building play up. Salvador has a hat-trick, by the way, on his second game for us. Salvador, you're my new hero. You really are. That was a great move as well. Lovely play by Miranda. Miranda's pretty much been replaced as the first choice left back, but he's still got a bit of magic in that left foot of his. I mean, watch this. Lovely pass. Perfectly weighted. And Salvador's there, near post. Cool as you like. Brilliant. Stoikers, I think, ruins a lot of moves by doing that because there's times he can have a pass. And I put him on do not shoot or shoot less often deliberately. And it just, the game either isn't translating it properly or he's just not listening. I think the player is just not listening, and it might be because he's got a trait. I need to have a double check of that because it will drive me nuts if I do not. No. No. Okay, well, here's what I'm going to do to try and stem it. We're going to go look for the pass rather than the shot. I don't really care what you say, so you're going to do it. I don't want him to shoot. His finishing isn't good enough, and he does it so often as well. And we've put him deliberately on don't shoot. 2 assists by Furic, by the way. What a game he had. Really, really good work from him. And that puts us, after the first 2 games, top. Barcelona still to play, of course, but good couple of performances. I'd have liked a clean sheet in there, but I'll take what we've got. And at the moment, Salvador is the top goal scorer along with Rodrigo. Furic has got the most assists. He's the best player in the league alongside Salvador. The only thing I want is a clean sheet. And we didn't get that. But we only conceded 2 goals and we scored 9. So, yeah, is it 9? Was it 5-1? Is it 8? I think it was probably 8 more than it. Was it? What was it again? Let's have a look. 5-1, 4. Oh, yeah, 4-1. I thought it was 3-1 for some reason. Yeah, it was 9. We've scored 9, conceded 2. That's a heck of a record. I'm really happy with that. And at the moment, as it stands, we're top. Barcelona, if they score 4 or more, they will go top. But I will take that for now because probably not for the first time, but one of the first times, we're top of La Liga after more than 1 game. result. I think we'll come back around the Barcelona game, possibly, maybe a little bit earlier, but I'd like to tie it in with the Barcelona game because I don't feel like it's been... I think it's been a while since we played Barcelona on camera, so we'll tie it in with that. It's away from home, so we'll probably get battered, but we'll come around then and we'll see if we can tie it in with the Champions League game. And fingers crossed, our Champions League campaign is a little bit easier than last time, and we have a slightly easier set of fixtures and we navigate the league phase a little bit better. But we'll have to wait and see for the next episode to find out. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a big like on there for me, and don't forget to subscribe as well. It's completely free to do so, and you'll put a big smile on this face right here. I've been Stu, you guys have been awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.